Hey guys, California Ant Keeper here. Today is a day I've been waiting a long time for. Today we're moving my Novomessor Cockerelli colony into the Tarheel Ants Pioneer XL. So right now I'm taking temperatures of the inside. I already got all the water filled in there, and all I have to do is connect it up after I make sure the temperature is good. It's 79.6 in the bottom of the nest right now. I'm going to take a few more temperatures and then hook it up. We'll go from there. All right, it wasn't getting as hot as I wanted it to in there. So I moved the heat pad long ways, and I'm using a 4-watt heat pad. And it was only getting up to 84 on the bottom, and it wasn't even in the high 70s up top. So we'll see how it does from there. It's at 78 and climbing right now. So hopefully we can get it up into the 90s at the bottom, at least in the middle. So after turning the heat pad sideways, I'm still only getting it up to 84.2. It's probably just because this nest is so much bigger and it needs more time to heat up, but I was hoping it would be a little hotter than that, so it's alright. Alright, now it's time to get the nest prepared for the ants to move in. I put some Perky Pet nectar in there for hummingbirds. And then I put my Fluon all around the edges. I use Ant World USA Fluon, and I put as much as the cotton swab will let me put on there. So always put as much as you can of that. I'm also going to dump 300 fruit flies into the Outworld, and hopefully that'll help them move in quicker and pull out the thermostat. I just connected the two nests with tubing right now, and the first ant is already moving in. I was not expecting them to find the tubing that quick. And here comes the second curious little girl. Here's the first worker in this massive nest. I've been waiting so long to have a pioneer, it almost doesn't feel real to have ants moving into one. A couple more ants have discovered the tubing, and they're really starting to pick it up now. Another one going back to tell the rest of the colony what they found. I already took the heat off the old nest, and I got multiple lights on it to encourage them to move. So hopefully this goes pretty quick and smooth. They definitely prefer that bottom area of the nest. That's where all the heat is. So it makes sense. But most of them are mostly hanging out there. And here's the first worker in the outworld, and it's already trying to escape. Slowly but surely the new nest is filling up. So, but they still definitely prefer that bottom area. And I turned the air conditioner on so you can see the condensation building up on the old nest. Hopefully if it gets cold, they'll move a little bit quicker. A few more ants discovering their new outworld. The news of the new nest is really starting to spread across the whole colony now. You can see they're pushing each other to move into the new nest. I hope this nest isn't too big for this colony. I need the nest they're in for a different colony that's overgrown theirs, so I didn't really have much of a choice. Finally, it's official. They're starting to move the brood into the new nest. That was starting to worry me. 3 hours in is quite a while. There's the first piece of brood moving in. So now I'm wondering, where are they going to pile all the brood in this nest? Should be interesting. Second piece of brood is coming now. There's the first piece. Let's see where they put it. Looks like she's taking it in that tunnel right there. Doesn't look like much has changed in the old nest yet. Oh yeah, they are starting to pile the brood up in that little tunnel on the second floor. After 3.5 hours, you can tell the nest is starting to fill up now. You can see a major difference than before. The traffic is really starting to pick up now. A lot more brood is starting to be brought in now. These guys have a lot of brood though, so it's going to take a while. You can see in the old nest there's still a bunch of brood. So it's going to take a while for them to even put a dent in that. It's taking them a long time to explore this massive nest too. So most of them look like they're just wandering, but they still definitely prefer the bottom. And on the second floor is where they're putting all the brood. It's starting to stack up now. Now they're starting to remove all the loose sand in this nest. You can see a couple clumps of piles. They're going to use that to put in between the glass and the nest, so that way they have no draft. A couple more ants are filling up the outworld, getting used to it, drinking some water. The old nest looks pretty much the same, just filling up with condensation because of the air conditioner, but it does look like it's helping them move faster. That tunnel is completely full of brood now. I don't know where they're going to put the rest. And this is the old nest. There's still a little bit of brood in there. They're holding it hanging from the ceiling, but most of that tunnel is cleared out. The new nest is filling out quite nicely, actually. The queen still hasn't moved over yet, so that's always a worrying part, because you always want the queen to move over safely. Finally, the queen started to move, but then she started to move back. So all the workers are surrounding her now, trying to get her to go into the new nest, but she doesn't want to. Finally, though, she gives in and eventually turns around and starts making her way towards the new nest. With a little help from her workers pushing her. And there she goes. And she'll never have to move again because this will be her permanent nest for the rest of her life. So there she goes. There's probably about 50 workers left in the old nest. I'm probably going to have to take them out manually with the aspirator, unfortunately. But the nest filled out pretty nice. I'm happy with it. It's all I thought it would be. I'm really glad I got the Tarheel ants, Pioneer XL. And thank you guys for joining me. See you guys next time. Bye.